I'm Ball Blower Billy, and I'm legally insane. And today, I'm wearing two extra absorbent, extra large adult sized diapers. It's very rare that I wear two diapers. You get one warning with me. You might want to double up. Because today, it's a special occasion. I'm about to show you 5 Nintendo Switch games, upcoming Nintendo Switch games. Every single game is an absolute ball blower. Every single one. Every single game's on pre-order, except for one. A lot of them are coming out soon. Get your wallets ready, and I know some of you are broke. I know some of you are saying, well, I'm too broke. You've been showing me too many games, too many rare games, hidden gems. I ain't got no money left. Some of you are telling me you blew your balls off last week, and you still haven't had time to hire a surgeon to reattach them. Well, buddy, I don't care. You got to do what it takes. You ever think about going downtown? 7-Eleven right behind the dumpster? That's where your mother's at. How do you think she makes all the money? Where's she getting all her money at? Just ask to borrow her sign. Hold it up. Downtown, 7-Eleven right behind the dumpster. Says right on it. Sucky $5. You get plenty of customers. I see them lined up. $5 ain't cheap. So hard times, economic times are rough. So let's find out what games I'm talking about today. Let's start with game number 1, the new Terminator 2D No Fate. This game was brought to my attention from a subscriber. Shout out to Trevor. Thank you for bringing this game to my attention. Slipped through the cracks. I had no idea about this game. I don't know how I didn't hear about it. I don't know how I didn't see any trailers. I didn't see nothing. No news headlines. It's a 16-bit style, 90s style arcade, run and gun, cover shooter, mechanics, Contra style, Hunt Down style, Blackthorn style shooter game. Hopefully it's 2-player. I don't know if it's 2-player. I've seen a couple of pictures and I knew right away. I have the golden touch. I've proven it time and time again. All I need to do is look at a couple of pictures, maybe read a description on the game, and I'll tell you if it's a game that you need to purchase immediately. Do what you got to do. Cut the kids' college fund. I don't care. Take money out of the kids' college fund. I don't care. It's not like that kid was ever going to amount to anything anyway. And guess what? That same kid that's not going to college anymore, well, he's going to have this Terminator game to play. Did you ever think about that? How many years and hours of fun is he going to get out of Terminator? Right? Add that into the equation when you're thinking about spending money. We're going to watch the trailer live together. I ain't never seen it. I've only seen pictures. We're going to watch it live together right now. I'll watch it on my cell phone. I'll put it up on the screen. All right. So let me set this up. Good. All right. Everybody ready? All right. Bitmap Bureau, they make good games. Reminds me a little bit of T2, the arcade game. Anybody remember that? Machine Guns? That was a good game. Oh, dang.
One week later.
Next up, we got live stream Escape from Hotel Izanami and Livestream 2, Escape from Togazuka. I'm saying that right. 2 games in one cart. But here's the kicker. Both of these games were previously released separately, and one of them was actually getting very expensive and is quite rare. That's number 1, Livestream number 1. These are very popular games among those fans that like this style of game. It is a horror game similar to Clock Tower, one of those side-scrolling hoarders. I call them hide-and-seek games. I'm not usually a fan of this type of game, but if that's your thing, this is a must-buy, especially considering the last one was getting quite expensive. So here I'm on eBay.ca so that I can see Canadian prices so that I can understand if the game is expensive in my own brain. And the cheapest Play Asia version, which has English on it, we're ignoring Korean versions. This is a Korean version up here. It's less sought after and a little bit cheaper. But if you ignore the Korean version, the Play Asia version was already approaching $100 or more. And there's not even very many copies. This is Canadian dollars. I'll switch to US in a minute. But the point is, this copy here is well over 100 with shipping. The 85 plus 20, basically. 85 plus 20 is $105. So $100, round it, and then it starts to get pricier with the shipping. So if you're in Canada, this is your only option. Okay, then it just keeps going up, gets pricier and pricier. There's not very many copies available. Okay, that's holy frig, this guy's asking for ultra rare. Yeah, it's super rare, but this might be going down in value pretty soon. So these idiots should probably lower the price because this is obsolete. This is the modern era. This was what happens with modern game collecting. You never know what's going to get reprinted. Nowadays, they've gotten so smart, they'll even put compilations together. And then, you know what? When they make a Livestream 3, one day they'll release a compilation of 1, 2, and 3 all together. But not until they've milked all the money they can on number 3 as an individual game first. So that's it. The cutoff is right there. Let's go to ebay.com. Here's ebay.com to give you a USD equivalent, roughly, 65 plus 10, $75, $80 US, which is still a lot of money. You can pay an arm and a leg to get Livestream 1 and 2 individually, or you can just order it for 60 Canadian dollars on VGP right now. Or Play Asia, 62.92 Canadian. Play Asia. Let's switch to USD for you. $41.99 US. Sometimes it's cheaper on Play Asia. Play Asia prices fluctuate. Also depends on the currency exchange rate, whereas VGP will just be a flat rate. $41.58 USD for live stream. Just so you know, the game is a side-scrolling horror hide-and-seek game, puzzle game. You're running around trying not to get killed while searching for items. So it can be a little bit repetitive, but if you do go through the game, you will be rewarded with nice cutscenes. Whoa. What the hell's going on here? Holy hell. What the hell is going on here? Well, you will be rewarded with scenes just like this. I will also mention that this game certainly does have the potential to become a rare game in the future, considering Livestream number 1 did become quite rare and was on its way up in price. Let's not forget that it was on the way up. It was climbing. And Livestream 2 was not exactly cheap and potentially was also climbing. Put this one on your radar. It's got a cult following. The people that love it, they really love it. And it ain't just for the big old titty either. The titties help. Don't get me wrong. The titties definitely help. And there's a certain genre of people that really, really enjoy that aspect of the game. But for the most part, it's the standard horror gameplay that is the reason this game is gaining more and more popularity with every month that passes. All right, next up, we got a complete hidden gem A rare game today is being re-released. Salt and Sanctuary. This is the OG. This is a very rare game. Came out in 2018. Drown Tome Edition. Okay, came with a whole bunch of goodies. Booklets, manuals, maps, whole bunch of really cool stuff. But just today, I found out Limited Run is releasing a new version of this, and it's going to make this version obsolete. Just to show you what I'm talking about first. Just to show you, I'm not kidding around. This is an expensive game. This is very expensive and was on its way up. Okay, these are used copies. If a used copy is selling for $100 or more, it's a rare game. Okay, used copies should be cheaper than the retail value of a brand new one. So that's immediately how you know the game is very sought after and demand is higher than supply. If it's selling for higher than it retailed for. This one doesn't even have a game, so this one has no mapping manual. So your first CIB is $90 plus shipping Canadian dollars. That's an arm and a leg. This one, and then your next cheapest it's not even CIB. That guy's probably not going to sell his, for starters. That's just a ripoff. But I mean, it's rare. Okay, it's a Souls-like 2D side scroller. Great game, underrated. 2-player Dark Souls 2D side scroller RPG game. Multiple character classes. This is a mind-blowing game. Like, I recommend getting a buddy to play. You're going to need a buddy that's going to be willing to commit the time. Well, that version is obsolete now because Limited Run is releasing a double pack. So they got a single pack too. Avoid the single pack. I don't know what kind of retard is going to buy this. If you actually buy this, you're probably retarded. Because you can get one game for $34.99. This is Salt and Sacrifice. I have Salt and Sanctuary. But if you pay a little bit more money, you can get the dual pack. 2 games in one. Yeah, it's pricey. $70. But is it really that pricey when I showed you the price of just one Salt and Sacrifice game today, right now? This is a 2-pack, 2-in-1. And it's got a slipcase as well. And I'm sure it's got manuals. I'm sure it's going to have manuals. Salt and Sacrifice. Yeah, here's number 1. Also 2-player co-op. May or may not be online only. Doesn't really specify here. Full online co-op and drop-in quick play online co-op. Also has PvP, but I don't think anybody cares about that, or at least I don't. Action role-playing platformer game. You're not going to find better. I'll take this over Dark Souls any day of the week. Screw Dark Souls, buddy. The reason I never talk about Dark Souls is because I don't care about Dark Souls. Salt and Sanctuary seamlessly combines fast, brutal, and complex 2D combat with richly developed RPG mechanics. They're quite famous for that. It is very in-depth, very detailed. It can be overwhelming as to how advanced it is and how complicated it is, and the fact that they don't really tell you much. A lot of it will be done through trial and error, learning what works for you, what's the most newbie-friendly templates that you may be playing with. Discover, craft, and upgrade over 600 weapons, armor pieces, spells, and items as you explore the Cursed Realm. Check this one out. Add it on your radar. This is a must-buy in my opinion. And once again, this game has the potential to become rare and expensive in the future. Some of the limited run games do end up becoming rare and expensive. Not all of them. It's a crapshoot as to which ones really take off, but generally it's the sought-after games. I think when Limited Run releases this game, I think it's got the potential to sell out fast. I've seen a lot of games sell out fast recently. Animal Well being the most recent one. Persona 4 Golden being another one. These games sold like hotcakes, but the demand is just so freaking high that the demand has outweighed supply. even with the pre-orders. A lot of people miss the pre-orders on limited run. They don't even attempt to do that. A lot of people don't even do the limited run website pre-orders. They wait for the vendors to have them, the mom and pop shops, the VGPs to get copies. But when they do that, sometimes there's still not enough copies ordered by these other vendors to cover the demand. And so the prices go up. Persona 4 Golden, Animal Wells getting sold out. I'm pretty sure Animal Wells sold out everywhere already. I haven't checked recently, but I know it's sold out on VGP. It's probably sold out everywhere else as well. You know, that one's got the potential to double in price. Well, this one does too. Next up, we got a game I've mentioned before, Turbo Kid. I put my money where my mouth is. I already ordered this son of a bitch. I already ordered it. This is from premiumeditiongames.com. 3 editions. If you're not rich, just go with the standard edition. Can't go wrong. Great game. I went with the deluxe edition only because I really like strategy guides. This is not for poor people because they charge you an arm and a leg to get this friggin' guide. Premium strategy guide. I'm an old man gamer. I have decided that I like to play games using strategy guides. That's the way I used to play them when I was younger. I was in denial for years when I had stopped doing that because I think I succumbed to peer pressure. All my friends would always tell me, why are you using the guides? It's taken away from the funness of the game. And then I realized many years later, I said, you know what? Those sons of bitches were just jealous. They were jealous that I had a guide. I'm getting all the secrets. I'm getting the secrets. I know where all the rare items are. I'm getting everything effortlessly. You're spending 20 hours looking for some secret hidden passage. And I know about it within the first 30 seconds. I'm entering the dungeon. My guidebook tells me. Oh, by the way, super secret rare item that nobody else in the world knows about. Just take a left at the first turn and go down and you'll find a hidden pathway behind that wall. And you'll get a super rare item. Well, thank you very much. Saved me 20 hours of exploration. That's the way I like it. Deluxe Edition also includes a Super Nintendo style box, steelbook, and CD soundtrack. Hey, you know what? I like having soundtracks on actual CD. I'm one of the few people that still listens to CDs. I got Macho Man Randy Savage on CD, the OG original. They re-released it. Check it out on eBay. Highly recommend it. Macho Man Randy Savage has a rap CD. To this day, a lot of people don't know about it. And I got the OG original, which used to sell for like $600-$700 until they re-released it. Yeah, so the main gimmick with Turbo Kid is the fact that you do ride a bike and basically do some Tony Hawk style moves every now and then. I mean, that's the gimmick. Other than that, it's a standard Metroidvania style game. Standard Metroid style combat, Mega Man style combat. A little bit of platforming here and there. But it looks really fun. And word on the street is, it is really fun. That's the word on the street. I already ordered that one. I put my money where my mouth is on that. I'm going to be ordering Terminator as soon as I can. Salt and Sanctuary, soon as it's up live, I'm going to be ordering that one. Live stream, I haven't ordered yet. I'm going to be adding a couple more games to the cart to get free shipping. I'm eyeing another one called something with the word Deathloop in it. I'm going to feature it in a future video. I forget the exact title. I have to order it. I just found it recently. I'll bring that one up in the future, especially when I actually remember the name. Last up, we got the sequel to a monster hit, Gal Guardians, Demon Purge. Well, there is a sequel coming out, which I have also pre-ordered. I put my money where my mouth is. This thing is on pre-order as we speak. You can get the first one. It's cheap right now. But at one point, they reprinted this game. At one point, this was actually becoming a rare game. When it first came out, the OG here, it went under the radar. I think people didn't want to give it a chance, or they kind of ignored it because it's from the Gal Girls series. or sorry, Gal Gun series. So people, they just kind of wrote it off. They didn't think it would actually be good. It's a Metroidvania. Graphics look similar to Symphony of the Night, which is the best kind of graphics, the best kind of Metroidvania style gameplay. It's definitely more detail in this game than there is in Turbo Kid. That much I can tell you. Both games look great though. Both games are in that pixel art style. So the game did so well. Like it also gained a cult following. That's why they had to do that big reprint. The price was starting to go up. I think sales definitely outperformed in the end with what started off as not so great. So here is the sequel. The first one has done so well that they're now turning this into a series. And I don't think this is going to be the last game that we see in this series. I think it's very popular. It's 2-player co-op. That's a huge advantage over many of the other Metroidvanias on the market today. Very rarely do we get 2-player co-op Metroidvanias. Symphony of the Night, I wish that was 2-player co-op. And I've been playing a lot of Record of Lodoss War right now, and that's, again, single player. Imagine if I could play that with a buddy. This could be the best Metroidvania series of all time. And if this one improves on number 1, which I think it will, you're going to need a fully loaded gun, 6 bullets in the chamber. That's all I'm saying. Oh, look at that. They're calling it a Galgunvania. So we got our own terminology here. A new style of game. Galgunvania. Now a full realized Metroidvania. Uncover countless combos and possibilities as you explore the demon realm with your 2 upgradable characters. Play casual, veteran, or legend modes. That's what I love. I love the casual mode. Dang, man, I bet you this game's going to be 10 times better than the first one. 10 times! Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to get to over 9,000 subscribers. On my way to collecting over 9,000 retro video games and Nintendo Switch games. I have a lot of Nintendo Switch games. I did the math on it recently. It was shocking. Not necessarily in a good way. I have like roughly 650 Nintendo Switch games. Do the math on what you think that would cost. That's all I'm going to say. Do the math. I'm broke. And I'm just about dang near homeless. I also have a Patreon link in the description below. Please consider supporting the channel. Your support is what keeps this channel going. Shout out to Trevor and Chocolate Thunder. Thank you for supporting the Patreon Premium membership. And by the way, I have my very first Patreon exclusive episode posted. It's on the Patreon. Log in. Go check it out. I'll probably post it to YouTube eventually, but for right now, it is a Patreon exclusive. It was my way of saying thank you to the members, and I'll be posting more content in the future. Pretty simple stuff, mostly just Let's Plays or videos where I talk about certain games and then go and play the game. I'm thinking about bringing that same series over to YouTube. I don't know if it'll be popular or not, though. So also on that note, if you're a subscriber to this channel and you want to see more videos where I talk about one specific game, like a rare game, a hidden gem, and I just talk about it and then I play it and I show you the game. Because I like doing that kind of content. I just feel like the YouTube algorithm does not like that type of content, or maybe it's the viewers in general that don't. So leave a comment below if you do want to see that type of content.